Okay. So last class, what we have done, sir? Last class we have done the cash transaction in SAP, and I think you people have understood that why it was important, why we have done that, etc., etc. So cash transaction, the total configuration you have done. The only one thing pending is how to rectify the wrong entry. I expect this question might come from your side. So, say for example, I have posted the wrong entry in my company book. So, guys, you know that wrong entry should have been happened. I can post any kind of wrong entry. So, let's take this. Uh, at the time of making payment to the vendor, say for example, I have taken wrong vendor. It means that I should have been payment some other vendor, but here I have selected this vendor. A strong communication, I think. Company strong communication, but my vendor could have been other. So if this kind of mistaken, if we have done in the daily life, how shall we rectify? We can see that once entry has been posted, it cannot be changed. So I cannot change the amount. I cannot change the number also and name also. So for the time being, right now, what I am taking as an example, say for example, I need to pay some other vendor, where a logistic, but by mistake, I have selected this vendor and make the payment against this vendor. Strong communication. Okay. So first I'll check the line item display. So can you tell me what is the T code for the line item is display FBL1N to check the line item display for your vendor? So if I am going to check the balance of strong communication, all item, so I can check that uh, the line item is not getting showed. I mean, not getting affected of this transaction. You can see that only that 2 lakh is being posted, but 5,000 the cash payment is not coming over here. Okay, so cash transaction you have to check with the FBCJ. So remember one thing in SAP, the cash payment to any vendor, you just check it with the FBCJ transaction. So say for example, I have done a mistake called I could have been paid some other vendor, but here I have done the make the payment with the strong communication. So right now, how shall we rectify this? So what you are supposed to do, you have to select this entry. Okay, you have to select this entry, and after selecting, there is an option called deletion, delete line. You see that? So click on the delete line just. Okay, and you can see that the message is coming. The entry will be reversed. You want to reverse it? Yes.
Maybe contra entry na sir.
No, not just a contra entry. I'm just rectify the entry. Okay. Is a making payment. I have done the payment to my vendor. My vendor name is different. I have selected wrong vendor. Okay, so you have to give, give some reason for reversal. So you can select any one reason at least. So here I am. Whatever any one reason you can select by your choice and enter and show the balance. Okay, just go through the balance also. So it will take little bit time. Just keep waiting for some time. Because first time we are doing in a system, that's why it takes little bit time. You can see that the balance is coming 10,000. Did you get that? The entry is not deleted. Entry marked as reversal. So system administration will check that you have done some wrong entry. So that's why we are saying that okay, once we post the entry in SAP, it cannot be deleted. You can see we have not deleted at all. We have just reversed, and after reversal, the balance is coming 10,000. Before reversal, the balance was 5,000, but after reversal, the balance is coming 10,000. Getting my point? So this is the way you can reverse your document in cash transaction. And there's another topic will be there, document reversal, but that is not for the cash transaction. That is for the other transaction like invoice posting, okay, payment posting, something like that. But this is exclusively document reversal for the cash journal. So in this way, we can reverse your entry in cash. Every one of you getting this? So now you can say we have completed the cash journal configuration and cash journal unit testing. So any kind of mistake, be it in amount, be it in wrong selection of the party or wrong selection of the GL, whatever the mistake you have done in your cash journal, you can reverse your document to rectify your mistake. Every one of you getting this? Understood? So that we can proceed with the next configuration.
Sir.
Okay, so now you can say that our cash journal configuration is over. Configuration as well as unit testing. Now we can proceed with the automatic payment program. Okay, I have opened couple of SAP session. Close it. Okay, so please make a note of it. Configuration of automatic payment in SAP. So very simple configuration step are there in automatic payment. So this one, only this two, okay. FBZP F110. So basically FBZP is for configuration of automatic payment run, and F110 will be for T code for automatic payment run. So manual payment we have already configured. How to configure the manual payment F-53. So I think that is also running in your company code, the manual payment option. Here we are supposed to configure the automatic payment option. So we have seen how to make the payment with the cash. We have seen how to make the payment via bank, but manually. But right now we are going to check that how shall we run or how shall we configure the technique called APP, Automatic Payment Program in SAP FI under the Accounts Payable submodule. This is one of the vital configuration. So let's see how shall we configure in our company code. So this is a unique combinations, and after doing it, you can say, okay, at least if I am consider the SAP consultant level, we can finish with the accounts payable submodule. Because in accounts payable submodule, we have seen that how to create purchase order, how to generate requisition, how to post goods received, how to post invoice received, with service, with goods, everything, and make the payment. And this is one of the option for the payment, and that is the automatic one, automatic payment program. So Richard and Rajesh, you people used to ask me, sir, in how many days we are going to finish the automatic payment, finish the accounts payable. So my answer is, after configuring the automatic payment and after doing the successful run of automatic payment in our company code, we can say that we have understood and we have completed the accounts payable configuration along with the unit testing with PO. And there is a simple configuration will be pending, that will be without PO. That will be very easy, so it will be take hardly half an hour to run the without PO option. So in this manner we will be completing the accounts payable. After that we will decide what will be our next module. Acha, remember one thing, along with our accounts payable sub module, we are doing bank master also. I think you guys have remembered that before done the payment, we have configured house bank, bank key, and so and so. But here we are right now doing the same with the bank, because automatic payment is a part of the bank master. This is not a part of accounts payable; it's a part of the bank master, the configuration one. And cash journal is also is a part of the bank master. We have seen in the last class. So two sub module we are doing parallelly, bank and accounts payable, and the remaining part will be GL, the rest of the part of the GL, like document reversal, okay, recurring entry, something like that. And the very vital configuration part will be pending. My favorite module in SAP, that is asset account. So after finishing it, we'll decide whether we'll be start asset accounting or accounts receivable. But let's finish the automatic payment run. So these two code we are going to use right now, FBZP and F110. So remember this. So now let's start with the FBZP. FBZP, the T code for the automatic payment program. And after pressing FBZP, you will get all these options, and this option will help you to run the automatic payment program for your company code. So you can see that first option is all company code, second is the paying company code, payment method in country, company code, bank determination, house bank. So before doing anything, we will have to start with the house bank. I repeat, boys and girls, automatic payment program will be start with the our house bank. We'll use separate bank for this program. I know we have already created our house bank, but that house bank we'll use for our manual payment. And right now, whatever the house bank we are going to create, that we are going to use for the automatic payment. So first configuration will be the house bank. Okay. So click on the house bank. My company code is Lava. Okay. So you can see that in Lava company code already we have assigned this. Okay. So right now what we are supposed to do, create the new entries. Okay. So I am going to create a city bank in my house bank name. Bank country will be IN for India. And you guys have asked me, sir, what will be the usage of the bank key? So I told you it is nothing but bank identification number in our system. That's why we used to use the bank key. But here you can use your bank IFS code, bank MICR number as a bank identification number. Guys, we all know that after introduction of the CBS scheme under the Reserve Bank Authority, so now we can deposit our check in any branch of the respective bank. Say for example, I have a savings bank with ICICI Bank, so I can deposit any of the check which is drawn on my name in any branch of the ICICI, in Kolkata also, in Bangalore, Hyderabad, wherever. Because today's India, not only in India, in entire world, in the banking system, there's a concept called CBS scheme, centralized banking system. So centralized banking system scheme, the bank will be determined by their MICR code or IFS code. So in bank key, you can use your bank MICR number or IFS code also. So here I am just simply using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 line numeric numbers. Okay. Now enter, and here you have to click on change to change the address. So the by default address is coming, so I need not to change anything. Just click on yes, select the address. If I click on the address, you can see that it is coming. So guys, have you understood? Here we are creating the house bank. I repeat guys, we are creating the house bank. At the same time, we are creating the bank key also. But previously, when we have started such configuration, so we have divided our total task into three layers. Number one is the bank key, number two is the bank GL, and number three is the house bank. But since we have done all this step, right now we can do all this thing under a single configuration called house bank. So in future or afterwards, whenever we'll be creating the new house bank for our company code, in that time we can directly create our bank key at the time of the house bank configuration. What I'm trying to say, we did not to create F FI101 for creation of the bank key separately. So we can create our bank key at the time of the house bank creation. It is point number one, and point number two will be the bank account. Double click on it. New entries. So what will be the account type? Say for example, I am simply typing accounts payable. So AP, description, current account, with city. Now here you have to mention your bank account number as usual. Know that. And here currency will be the INR. Now remember one thing. At the time of creation of the house bank, later on you have to create 3GL. I know that I told you several times we have to create at least 2GL for our bank. But please rectify that lecture and always remember one thing: at the time of creation of the bank, especially the house bank in SAP FI, we need to create 3GL. One is incoming payment, another one is the outgoing payment, and third one is for the main account. Third one will be the main account. So outgoing payment and incoming payment will be the sub ledger, and main account will be the main ledger. What I'm trying to say, I repeat, for bank creation, especially the house bank creation, outgoing GL and incoming GL, that two GL will be used as a sub GL. But apart from that, we'll have to create a main GL for the house bank. So here we are going to create the main GL for the house bank. Okay. So what will be the T code for that? /O FS00. So we'll be creating the 3GL. One is for the main account, and last two will be for your sub ledger, like outgoing and incoming payment. So we all know that how to create the bank GL. It is called Citibank main account. Click on the control data, local currency, line item display, short key 001, create bank interest. So what will be the field status group? For the bank, it will be G005. Save. Okay. So I need to create the two separate GL. One is the outgoing payment, another is the incoming payment. So here I am typing one. Click on the create. See, uh, I'm not going to create. Say for example, I'm just copy from the main bank account. So see, this is the shortcut way to copy the GL from the existing one. So after putting the GL number, do not click on the create option, but click on the template option. Okay. So here you have to mention your GL. So my GL is 20010, from where I need to copy, and company code will be the lava. Enter. So you can see that the GL information is being copied. So I need not to change anything. I just only need to change the description. So it will save our time. It will save our time and nothing else. Okay. So I'll be creating the GL for outgoing payment, and next GL I am going to create for the incoming payment. Okay. So what you are supposed to do? Click on the template. From which account we are going to copy the same. Enter. You just need to change the description. Incoming. Okay, so we have created 3 GL. Guys, have you understood the new technique? Very simple. We just copy from the old one. Since we are creating the same journal, sorry, same GL, we are creating the same GL but having the different name. One is for incoming payment, another is for outgoing payment, and another is for the main account. But rest of the part, asset, balance sheet account, control data, trade bank data, that will remain same. So what we are supposed to do? Just copy from the previous. How shall we copy? Select your number and click on the template. And after that, only change the description and save. Have you understood, guys? The new technique, very simple technique. It will only save your time. At least whenever you will be creating your same GL. So sometimes it will be required. We need to create back-to-back same GL, especially in the asset accounting. So that technique will help us. So only we'll be changing the description, but rest of the part like control data information, create bank interest information, if that will remain same for each and every GL, so we just copy from one master GL. So after creating all these 3 GL, remember one thing, you have to only assign with the main account. Only assign the main account. Okay? In your house bank. No need to assign your all the outgoing and incoming payment. Okay? So we have created our house bank. The name of the city. So at the time of creation of, configuration of automatic payment in SAP FI. So guys, what we are supposed to do first? We are supposed to create a new house bank with a 3 GL. What are the 3 GL? Incoming payment, outgoing payment, and main account. Every one of you getting this?
So we can also proceed with our existing house bank account, right?
So you have to create another 1 GL.
As we have already created. Okay, yeah, we will create another one GL, but like when we are doing, we have already created the house bank thing, so we can directly put all the details over here, like our created bank
See,
account.
Shraddha, if you have already created your house bank, so you just do nothing.
Yes.
You just have to create a new GL called a main bank account
New
and
GL.
only just edit and
Okay.
assign this GL. But you know one
Add
thing,
this.
after creation of the house bank, after assigning the GL and after making payment out of such bank, you are not allowed to change your GL. As I told you, what I'm trying to say, I
Okay. Okay.
so if I'm clicking on it, you can see that lava. So I have a two now city. Okay, so if I'm clicking on it and bank account, no, you will get still an option of GL change. But if I consider this, so do I get the change? HDFC outgoing, for example. Yeah, you can change your GL and assign it. No issues. You can do that.
So we can add the main bank account
Yes,
GL over here, and we can update.
you can update your bank and proceed. Okay.
Okay. We have to update only the main bank account GL, like
Yes, yes.
main GL.
Main account GL. So
Yes,
that
got
step
it.
we already know, that is creation of the house bank. So let us proceed on the next configuration of automatic payment, that is paying company code. So I repeat version girls once again. To run the automatic payment configuration, the code will be the FPZP. So now start with the all company code. Okay, and click on the new entries. Okay, so either you can do this by putting all the information, but you know that when we are getting this kind of configuration, what we are supposed to do, we can copy. So I am recommending you just copy from ICAI. So there is a company code ICAI, copy. Okay, and just change with your name. The similar thing we have done with the plant creation, okay, storage location creation, something like that. So since the same configuration will be there, so why I'll be wasting my time? I simply just use it. Okay, and special GL transaction FA we have selected. So special GL will be using at the time of uh, the down payment, especially the advance one. That time will be required. So here you can select FA, or you can leave that also. But since we have to configure the advancement also, so my recommendation is just take it as FA. Okay, so entry is copied and saved. Okay, so you guys can check it out. Okay, for the first information called what will be your all company code option. So what we are supposed to do. So here sending company, paying company. So you have to put this paying company code. You can leave your sending company information, but remember paying company code means from which company code you are going to make the payment. So we are going to make the payment from our company code Lava. You have to fill this option. After that, maximum cash discount shall be allowed. Yes, tick this information. And vendor and customer special GL, if A is a default key, you just assign right now. Now, what will be the meaning of FA? So when we'll be creating the special GL for down payment, that time we'll be get to know. But right now, if you are not going to, copy this option also, you can leave it as a blank. Is it not necessary? Special GL assignment is not necessary. But remember only one thing, paying company code and this maximum cash discount option, these two are the compulsory field. So you have to do with this. Paying company code and maximum cash discount. You have to fill this data. That is compulsory. Okay? Getting my point? This is my first information. So either you can create by click on the new entries. So you can see this information is a mandatory. Here you have to use your own company code. Same with your paying company code and maximum cash discount allowed. This three information you have to put at least to save this entire information. And if you have the other information like special GL transaction, you can proceed with that also. But right now it's not required. Only this thing will be enough. Okay, fine. So move on to the next. Next is very vital, paying company code. Okay, second configuration will be the paying company code. So now what we are supposed to do? Again, you can either click on new entries or you can copy from existing. So my paying company code will be the ICAI, the default company code. So what you are supposed to do? Select and copy. And here you just change the company by with your company. So minimum amount for incoming payment, minimum amount for outgoing payment, you can 10 rupees at least. And if you want to select any amount, so you have to fill zero with this column. I mean, you just pay 1 rupee via manual automatic payment. So you have to select zero. So any amount will be accepted. And this three selection has to be there. No exchange difference, no exchange rate difference in the part payment, and bill exchange payment shall be accepted. Bill of exchange nowadays it is obsolete. bill of exchange mode of payment, but still the option is coming. So you can select this, and if there's a bill of exchange data, so you have to select this option, one bill of exchange per invoice. Okay. After that, there's an option called forms. So click on it. In the forms, you have to fill this option. F110 underscore IN underscore ABIS. This is a default. So you know that payment advice must be printed. So as you can see in the cash journal also, there's a payment configuration, print configuration are there. So this is nothing but print configuration. F110 IN ABIS. Okay. So I think you have seen that. Acha, what about the sender
So
details?
this code is default or
That is default.
hello?
For India, that is default.
Okay.
If it is for US, so you just change the IN with US. This IN stands for India.
Okay.
So not only India, it's for international. So the IN stands for international. So if you want to do with some other
Okay. So it
specific
is
country,
globally
like
accepted.
it's globally accepted. IN for international. Okay. And if you want to go with some country specific like Brazil, yes, US, UK, so they have some different option. That is a globally accepted. This form of code. Okay, now save it, enter, and save. Okay, so data was saved. Now, one, two is clear. Now this is the third option. Payment method is in country. So in how many way we can make the payment to our vendor? So click on the position. So you can see India is coming. So default selection E. This option we need to select E as check. Guys, this is not a check. This is not a negotiable instrument check. This is a payment advice, you can say, because the spelling of check is not CHECK. Whatever the check payment you are using in daily life, the spelling is not CHECK. So here the check means the payment advice. So E in your server, E will be the default. So double click on it. You just check it once. If you are finding that this option as tick, okay, so you just untick it. Deselect this option. Okay. Rest of the part will save. So here we need not to change anything. We just need
So
to
what
check
are
that.
these?
Sorry.
No, no. I was asking what is this
You
thing?
can get your
Post
voice.
office.
Post office current account method
I was asking. I
and
was just
allow
asking what are these two?
these two. You can see that post office current account method, some different method are
Allowed
there,
for personal. Acha, okay, okay,
and allow for the parcel payment.
okay, okay.
So we are not allowing it. That's why these two options
Yes,
will be
yes,
not
got it.
selected. Okay. So version girls, here you need not to change anything. You just check with that. Normally C is the default key, but here someone else has changed the option. So in your server, E will be the default one for the check payment. I repeat, this check is not the meaning of the check. This is the slot or payment advice number. So whenever we need to pay something, we need to pay someone. So we have to release some payment advice. So this check will be nothing but the payment advice. So E will be the default key. After that, you have to assign with your company. Okay. So click on the new entries. So what will be your payment paying company code? So LAVA. What will be the payment method? E. Okay. Maximum minimum amount should be anything. I did not to change anything and save. So any amount can be selected as a check payment. So that's why I'm not selecting any numerics over here. So minimum amount will be 0, maximum amount will be the infinite. Distribution amount, any amount. So that's why I have not selected any information, and group item is not required. Do not click on this information. Okay, so just leave it as a blank. You should remember one thing, in your company code, you have to assign your payment method. E. So you will be the check payment. Okay. And the last part is the very vital part, that is bank determination. Okay. So Lava is my company code. Here, select the company code. First, you have to select the rank order. So you know I have a two house bank. So here I have to put the rank to my house bank. If I am going to make the payment from my bank account, which will be my first selection? That is the rank order. So new entry. So payment method will be E, currency will be INR, rank order 1, house bank city. So if the next bank will be there, you know that we have another bank, that is HDFC Bank. I think HDFC, right? So E, INR, this will be the 2, and that will be my next bank. And that will be, I guess, HDFC. Okay.
So do we need to add all of our banks?
It depends on users. It depends on you. At least one has to be there, the main bank. And if you want to add some other bank, if that bank balance is insufficient to clear your dues, so next bank will be used. Okay. I need to make the payment to a vendor, but that payment is not sufficient. I mean that to clear such payment, my account balance is not sufficient. That's why I need to assign more bank account, so that will support to run such payment. Okay.
Okay.
Now move on to the next part, bank accounts. So click on the double click on the bank account, click on the new entries, and you have to give the detail. Okay. So my house bank is city. E will be the payment option. INR will be the currency. Now here you have to assign your account. So I think AP. AP is my bank key. Yes, bank ID is AP. And here, boys and girls, remember one thing. You have to assign your outgoing payment. Here, do not assign the main bank account. Here, you have to assign the bank outgoing payment. This one. Okay. So that will be your bank sub account. Clear account is not required here. Only this will be enough. Change ID and business area is not required. So sub account will be which account? Sub account will be your bank main account. I'm sorry, outgoing GL account. So bank sub account will be your outgoing GL. Has to be assigned. Okay. Now, there is an option called bank account enhanced is not required. Available amount. Okay. New entries. So house bank will be my city. Account will be AP. Days 999 any days. Currency will be the INR. And here you can select from amount. I mean your bank balance, opening balance of your bank. Okay. That's it. So now your automatic payment configuration FBZP is finished. Okay, all the steps you have done. Total how many steps are there? 6 steps are there. So all the steps we have done it. Now what we are supposed to do right now? So right now here we just assign our check lot. So guys, I repeat, here check means does not mean the negotiable instrument item like check, pair a check, cross check. Here check is nothing but payment advice, and your payment advice should be numbered. As we all know that in SAP, every document you have to fill with the number. So FCHI is a T code for the check lot. So that just make a note of it. Define check lot. The T code is FCHI. FCHI. This is new thing we need to implement. Define check lots. FCHI. Since we have selected check payment, so here you have to use the FCHI. Okay. Done. So my company code is Lava. Bank is Citibank. Account ID will be not CA, it's AP. Okay. So click on this option. Change. Okay. Now click on create. So lot number will be 01. What will be my check number? So 1 lakh followed by 19. This is a document number. Enter and save. So this new thing we need to assign. I repeat, guys. Check lot means the payment advice number. So this will be your payment advice. The number fall in between this number. And if this number range will not enough, you can add once again. So create, it will be add your line item. Okay, so next lot will be 02.
So it can be any number of digits.
Any number. N tends to infinity. Any number you can use. Like a document number. So whenever the payment advice will be there, so payment advice should be numbered. So this is the number which we are going to use. Okay. So this part is required for automatic payment FCH. Now finally, what we are supposed to do? Now finally, we have to run something so that we can see the automatic payment. So let's see whether our automatic payment is going to be happened or not. So guys, just tell me one thing. The configuration is okay with you? I think after doing P2P goods and services, it's very light configuration. Nothing to do with this kind of configuration. Only you have to focus with your paying company code, payment method, so and so. After doing this, what you are supposed to do? If you want to run your automatic payment program in your company code, you have to assign the payment method with your vendor. So you know that the T code for the vendor configuration will be XK02. Okay. So in the company code Lava, I have two vendor. I think one is a VRL, another is a Storm Communication. So I'm using the VRL Logistics. And what is my purchase organization? I think LAVP. Okay, so that vendor we have already configured. Right now, what we are supposed to do? So we just change. Where? Just look at. Yeah.
So this applies with only for automatic boosting, right?
Yes. No, nothing like that. It depends. If you are configured.
Because in the previous payment, we have not signed with the vendor.
No, right now I am assigning it up because previously when we have done the payment, automatic payment was not configured. So after done the configuration, I will edit my vendor and I will insert the automatic payment option with my vendor, that is E. Okay.
Okay, so for we have to like link it, integrate it, then we can do the automatic posting.
After configuration of automatic payment program, first the task will be edit your vendor, so that your vendor can accept the automatic payment. So you can see that at the time of creation of the vendor, there is an option called automatic payment transaction. So automatic payment transaction, here you have to assign your payment method.
Can we have a note? Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so only this thing you have to do with your vendor. See, you can create the fresh vendor also. If you want to create a fresh vendor and start, you can do that. But since we have already created the vendor, the centrally vendor we have created centrally, so that's why we have just assigned. Okay, now what I supposed to do? Right now I am going to create some service entry. So T code will be ME21N. I'm just going to create the service order so that I can make the payment. So what is the purchasing organization? LAVP. What is the company code? It's LAVA. So purchasing group is LAV. Okay. Short text transport service. I think service entry we know that. Material group LAVA SR. Plant will be LAVA. What is my vendor? My vendor is, check the vendor. Okay. Enter. Oh, X and D. Okay, because we are doing service, so X and D has to be there assigned, auxiliary and D for the service. Okay, so what is my service number? I think it's any one of my service number. Quantity 200 kilometer and price 50. There must be a GL account. This was the problem for I think this problem you are facing, Satya, right? After
On me,
selecting the GL, your company code is not not accepting that.
accepting.
Okay, I have to check it from the beginning. So now post. So 18303. Remember? Acha. So I think you guys have remembered the entry sheet ML81N. What is the PO number? 303, na? 18303.
Yes.
Other purchase orders. Okay. Wait. Transport service number will be automatically come 0. Enter. Quantity price will be coming automatically. Now first accept it. Then I think this step is very much clear to all of you. I mean, you can take it my company reference at the meantime. If you want to practice, you can take my reference, my company code reference to
Okay,
practice.
sir.
For the time being, now Miro.
Sure, sir.
10,000 amount is coming, very less amount is coming, 10,000. Okay, select. post. So I need to make the payment of 10,000. Now I am just going to try with the automatic payment. If my luck is good and I am fortunate, so definitely the automatic payment will be accepted. Now let's see. Okay, so to run the automatic payment, so here we have to select F110. So look at it. How shall we run the automatic payment? It is a unit testing, okay? So run date, you have to put today's date. Okay. Identification number. So you have to use your own identification number. I'm just using Lava 1. Okay. And whatever the identification number you are using, you have to, you have to mention it, identification number. You have to make a note of it, what identification number you are using. After that, click on the parameter. Okay. So here you have to select your company code. So my company code is LAVA Lava. Payment methods will be E. Next due date, you just use the tomorrow's date. This is a compulsory field. You have to mention your next payment run date. So we can use the next any date apart from the today's date. So any future date can be used over there. And here you have to select the vendor against whom I am going to make the payment. Now come to the analog additional log. Okay. Due date check, payment method selection, and line item display. Okay. Enter and save. Okay. So you can see what is the information you have selected. Company code, payment method, vendor, date, and additional log. These three information. Now you can see my status parameter has been entered. My parameter has been entered. So after the parameter has been entered, you have to click on the proposal. So in proposal, you have to select on start immediately. Everything will be coming. Click on start immediately. Click on yes. Okay, if it is a running, just press enter. Until it is become the green, just press enter. Okay, so till the time it is not become green, you just press enter. And after that, payment run. Payment run is running. So here you can see my message is coming. Payment run has been carried out. So it means that my payment run has not been successfully accepted. If it is successfully accepted, so in downline we'll get the message one generated, one completed. So you can see the proposal edit menu. You can see the payment. It's not getting cleared. Okay. So you just check your once, because sometimes this error message is coming because of the previous payment. So my recommendation, create the fresh vendor and run the process. Maybe some previous payment is pending, that's why it is being carried out. I will check it out. But you guys, whenever you'll be configuring in your company code, you have to create your own new vendor and process. And if you don't have the service configuration, you can do it your goods configuration also. I mean, Migo Miro, you can do that also. So my recommendation, create the new vendor and run the payment. I think that time this option will be getting one generated, one completed. That option will be coming. Okay.
So this will be applicable for both vendor centrally and decentrally.
Both, central, decentrally both.
Oh,
Okay, centrally, decentrally, it will decide for your purchase order or without purchase order. But making payment, there will be no difference,
okay.
centrally vendor or decentrally. So guys, just go with the configuration first and let me know in the next class. I mean on Monday. So Monday we'll finish it off. We just configure it. All these three. Okay.